Hello there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Not bad, thank you.
Good. My name is Marvin. What's your name? Kirat?
My name, yeah, you can call me Kirat.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from India, but I'm living in Canada right now.
I would have never thought you were from India from your accent.
Oh, really?
How long have you been speaking English? That's
Uh,
impressive.
since childhood, I've been speaking, but it has really changed a lot since I've been in Canada because I used to
Oh,
meet a lot
because
of
you're around. I
native
get you.
speakers all the time, right?
Yeah, English. I mean, normally when I talk to people from India, hello, how do you do today? Everything is fine. You're doing very good. It's a very bouncy voice. You don't have
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
like it's very, very mild. So I hear a good separation from your indie voice to your English voice. Man, that's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. Okay, well, excellent. So now you're living in Canada.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Oh, it's pretty nice, but these days you can say everything is same, right?
Yeah, because it's
Although
the
there
pandemic.
was, yeah, totally different previously.
Oh, so you've been before.
Sorry?
This is the second time you've been to Canada.
Oh no, I just came in 2017 and never got a
Oh,
chance to
you
go
never
back
went
to
back.
India. Yeah,
Oh, so you're in school or you're working?
I was studying and I completed my graduation last year,
So you
and
didn't try to go back to India. You
I'm
just
just
stayed.
trying to, yeah, you got
That's
it right.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yes, I understand. Well, that's a good experience.
yeah.
Did you pick this lesson, food for thought?
Oh, I never picked it, but there were some advanced sort of things. So uh, it was the first one. I just clicked on that. Nothing else.
Did you want to go through it?
Uh, do you have any other topics like which can be more, advanced?
I have my own lessons.
Oh, really? Yeah, that works for me.
All right. So we got 12 minutes. Wow. All right, we're going to get through this. Let me
Yeah.
take this off the screen.
Yep.
Man, that sounds like a pretty good experience. I've heard a lot of people say, I'm homesick. I want to go home. Stay like as long as you
Yeah.
can. But I
It is
think
what it is.
Canada is nice.
Yeah.
The
Canada is
Canadians are better
beautiful.
than Americans.
I won't compare it, but because
True.
I have never been to America. Uh,
I've been to both, and I'm American. Trust me, they're nicer than we are. They're much
yes,
nicer.
yeah, yes, they are.
I like Canadians. All right, so I'm gonna put a paragraph on the screen. Normally, I need like a half hour to do this lesson,
Hmm.
but I think we can make it work. But it's a really good lesson. I do brain exercises. I get people's mind and their brain involved in helping them to speak English better. So with this paragraph, when you read it, it will tell me everything I need to know about the way you speak English. So just read it out loud, best you can, and then we'll talk about it. I'll tell you what I observed.
Yep. So many people doubt what they read and hear in the news. In the United States, for example, 2012 Gallup poll asked people how much trust and confidence they had in the accuracy, fairness, and completeness of the news reports of newspapers, TV, and radio. The answer from 6 out of 10 people were either not very much or none at all. Is such distrust justified?
That was excellent. So let me ask you a question. When you're by yourself and nobody else is around and you're reading in English, do you read out loud like you just did or silently to yourself?
I usually read aloud.
I can tell. Keep
Yeah,
doing that. And I'll tell you why. When you read out loud,
yeah,
it's like the homework to being able to speak better. Just like when you were in school, if you went to school today, your teacher would give you a whole bunch of homework. And then tomorrow, that's what the class discussion would be about.
yeah,
So some people go out loud to silent, stay out loud. The better
yeah,
you are out loud, the better you are at conversations. But there's still some other things that we noticed. For example, it wasn't as smooth as it could have been, but it was good. It was a lot better than, I'm telling you, like 85% of the people who read this paragraph. But we can fix it. We can get some of the bounce out. And this is not the Indian bounce. This is just probably because this is the first time you're seeing this paragraph. So it could be because of that. The other thing is, and I will mention this even though I did not hear you say it, because if I don't, you're going to do it anyway. A lot of times people have a word whisper. I did not hear a word whisper. Now that's noise. Like it's a word or a sound you put in front of a word or at the end of a word. For example, Americans, we say a lot. So they'll say, I'm going to the store to get something to eat. So is just sound. All you had to say was, I'm going to the store to get something to eat. In your case, when you come from the India, people say, ah. They go, many people dealt with it. And usually people say when they start getting stuck for words. And that's what happens in this session that we do. You start having to use your brain, and then people go and say, They never said it before, but they wind up doing it. So we want to avoid saying because the brain doesn't recognize it as a word. Every word that you've ever heard in English, Hindi, any other Indian language that you may speak, Russian, German, Japanese, Chinese, whatever, the brain files all those words alphabetically. So when we say it's like, I don't have a word that starts with the brain gets all confused and mad and gets an attitude. So we want to keep the brain as our friend. So I'm going to read the same paragraph just so you can hear my fluency, my confidence, and the smoothness of the reading, which is a goal for you, so you can understand where I'm coming from. So here we go. Many people doubt what they read and hear in the news. In the United States, for example, a 2012 Gallup poll asked people how much trust and confidence they had in the accuracy, fairness, and completeness of the news reports of newspapers, TV, and radio. The answer from 6 out of 10 people was either not very much or none at all. Is such distrust justified? Now, if this is me reading as a native English speaker, I should read well. Plus, I read it 100 times a week for many, many months, right? So it's going to come out better for me. But this is not a teach you how to read lesson. You already read good. And I guarantee you, if this was in Hindi or any other language that you speak, you probably read it just as fluent as I did. So this is a lesson on how to speak better. And that's what the focus is on. So what I want to do is I want you to take another look at the first sentence. And that's all we're going to focus. Yep, that's it. We're only going to focus on this sentence for the rest of this lesson. Let me hear you read that again, keeping in mind everything I said. Reading out loud, you're already doing. We also mentioned making it nice and smooth. And we also mentioned avoiding saying which always comes up as we progress in the lesson. So let's hear you go one more time.
Many people doubt what they read and hear the news.
All right, no problem. That was a lot better. That was cleaner, but I heard the concentration of you trying to keep your words together, which is perfect. Now we're going to shadow. So shadowing means I want you to repeat what you hear me say, but you got to read, listen, and just simply repeat. For example, many people.
Many people.
Many people doubt.
Many people doubt.
Many people doubt what they read.
Many people doubt what they read.
Many people doubt what they read and hear.
Many people doubt what they read and hear.
Very good. Many people doubt what they read and hear in the news.
Many people doubt what they read and hear in the news.
All right, so when you make a mistake, I'll repeat it so we can keep up perfect beginning. Here we go one more time. Many people doubt what they read and hear in the news.
Many people doubt what they read and hear in the news.
All right, that was better, but I think you could pull it off better than that. There's a little hesitation around the word read. So let's do an isolation real quick. Read. Just say what I say. Read.
Read.
They read.
They read.
They read and hear.
They read and hear.
What they read and hear.
What they read and hear.
Many people doubt what they read and hear in the news.
Many people doubt what they read and hear in the news.
That's what I'm saying. That was a lot better. This is nothing but a warm-up exercise. Like if you know you're going to be speaking English, find yourself a sentence or 2 sentences and just practice reading like that. This is the same as an athlete would stretch and get their body ready. It really makes a difference because you want to get your brain excited and ready to just start speaking in English. Sometimes people just start translating or they just start speaking another language and the brain's like, what? We were just speaking Hindi a minute ago.
I used to do that previously, and I found it a lot difficult than I used to be now, because I used to translate whatever I thought, and it was quite difficult.
Yes. So we're going to take it to another level because you just did well with this. Now, in reality, we don't walk around, and we have 2-1 levels. We might get through it. We don't walk around like we're reading from a script. All the words you and I speak actually come from our subconscious mind. Because like we mentioned earlier, the brain remembers everything. So what I want you to do is to practice out loud, saying this expression. Many people doubt what they read, because what I'm going to do is this. Once you have it memorized, I'm going to take it off the screen. Then I'm going to tell you a story. From the story, the only answer you're going to get back to me is many people doubt what they read. So when you think you have that memorized, let me know, and we'll start with the story.